Testing. All right, here we go. So, I wanted to record a video because it's engagement season, but mostly because I got a new shirt and I want to show it off. Is this overexposed? I don't think it is. I think we're okay. Anyway, I'm Vanessa Joy and I'm going to give you tips for marketing yourself in engagement season. If you're a wedding professional, you know that between Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day, or New Year's, there's a couple of stragglers in Valentine's Day, but something like 80% of engagements happen and everyone gets married. You're probably wondering, great, everyone's engaged. Now, how do I get them to find me? I get asked for a pat answer all the time, literally. There is no pat answer. You have to cast a very wide net when you are marketing your event. Photography, floral, planning, there are so many different ways to market yourself. I will say this, number one, use social media. Social media is time consuming, but technically it's free unless you're gonna go ahead and pay someone else to manage it, which actually I do. I do have somebody that does a lot of my posting. Why? Because that's where that age demographic hangs out. They're usually on Instagram, but they're also more recently on Snapchat, and they will be up and coming on TikTok as well. Instagram is probably the number one, and then Pinterest, don't forget Pinterest is the number two. This is not a course on what to do on these. I'm simply telling you that pick one. Just pick one. If you don't want to do all of the things, just pick one. Focus your energy there, and then that's where you're gonna be. If you want to focus your energy, by the way, on maybe not the couples, but the parents of the couples, like the mother or father of the bride or the mother or father of the groom, go on Facebook and then target all of your advertising or marketing plan, organic or paid or otherwise, to the parents of the people who are getting married. A very untapped market, by the way. I should probably do that, actually, now that I think about it. In this circumstance, personally, I want to tell you what I'm doing. I am having my social media manager go from posting every other day on my Instagram to posting every single day. Why? Because I think that quality is good, but quantity is also very good when you're trying to get yourself out and do a really heavy marketing push. It's like, I don't know, buying 1,000 flyers instead of buying 100 flyers, right? So if you go to my Instagram account now, you will see that we are posting every single day. And in addition to that, we are using stories to our advantage. We are using them to highlight all the other wedding professionals that we are working with because one, well, we like them. Yeah, we just like working with who we like working with. But two, when they see a story pop up about them or get tagged in a post, then they're more likely to share it. And then that expands my audience because I'm essentially using their audience. That was a long-winded number one, but number one, social media, just do it. Number two, find some more unconventional ways to advertise. Now, the way that I have started doing this is I am using my branding book. Make sure that you go ahead, if you like what you're seeing right now, click on the link below. You can download this branding book that I'm personally using this season right now to expand my network and really market with my other colleagues within the event industry. Now, the magazine is actually kind of expensive. I designed it in Fundy and then I printed it at Flora Color, the wonderful printing studio lab, I guess, out in Portugal. You don't have to go as crazy as a magazine. You could just do brochures. But the point is, number two, find something old school to do because everyone is looking on social media. Everyone is doing email marketing. We'll get to email marketing in a second. What are they not doing anymore? They're not concentrating as much on networking. We'll get to that too. And they're not concentrating on direct mail. So that's what I've decided to do. Use direct mail. I have it here. Okay, I'm attached, so this might not go so well. Okay, so what I'm doing is I am mailing these out to wedding professionals that I already have somewhat of a relationship with, or at least we've worked together in the past. Some of them are new and I haven't worked together with them yet, but it looks like this. You gotta find that face now. Canon, I don't know, is it finding that face? Which face? Okay, but it's pretty big. You got a lot going on there. Talk about their wedding and, well, download it in the link below. Guess what I want? I want your email. Firstborn child. So that's what I'm sending out to them, and I actually have right here. I send them out in these just little envelopes. And on top of that, guess what? Sometimes they come back. It happens, I don't have the right address, and then I just email them and say, hey, I sent you some snail mail. Now I gotta pay for it again and send it back to you. Anyway, it's fine. But that's number two, go old school. Number three would be focus on people, focus on relationships, focus on networking. One of my big pushes this year is to try to develop better relationships with the people I actually want to work with. Here's how this started. I started working at a hall near me a lot more recently because I developed a better relationship relationship with one of the sales girls there. And every time I stepped into that hall, I'm like, you know, it's kind of nice. I feel like I'm coming home. So that got it in my head that not only am I going to do a better job when I'm home and I know everything that goes on and who's there, but it's more enjoyable for me. So I am focusing, in addition to trying to expand my network, strengthening the network that I already have, finding, you know, where do I want to work, and really focusing my efforts on maintaining relationships there. Relationships are so underrated because, you know, this bride or groom hires this hall or this florist or this makeup artist and they don't have a photographer yet, or they don't have an invitation suite. When you have somebody recommend something from their mouths because you're top of mind with them, right? And they already trust you, or they already trusted that vendor, that's so much better than them even discovering you on social media. Number 4, I forgot. 4, what else am I doing? Let's just think about that. I obviously don't use a, you know, the thing where you read. I hope this has been in focus. Focus me. Focus me. Oh, well, I know the other thing that I'm doing. Number 4, try thanking all of your existing clients. I know after the new year, I'm going to be sending out a ton of thank you gifts, really kind of anniversary type goodbye gifts, I guess, to all of the 2019 clients. And I'm going to send this after the new year for 2 reasons. 1, that's when all of the new people are engaged and I want them sharing whatever it is that I got them on social media so that all their friends who potentially got engaged see it. But 2, I'm also doing it for workflow because it's really hard to send out, you know, exact on the dot presents, you know, 6 months after the married or a year after the married. And if we could just mass do it, you know, right after the new year, that works out really nicely, kind of for like an extra gift. So find ways to spoil the existing clients that you have, because they are the ones who are going to sing your praises to all the people that just got engaged, to all their friends. So, man, I wish I remember what that thing said. Oh well. Guys, I went back and looked. Oh, I went back and played it, and I remember the thing that I was going to talk to you about. Okay, so the thing I want to talk to you about is email marketing. If you do not have some kind of email marketing campaign in place, don't worry, it's not that difficult, but it can be really lucrative because you want to stay top of mind. I know that's a cliche thing to say, but all of our clients are bombarded with like advertising just in their face all the freaking time. Thumbnail. You know, they look at your stuff, they probably love you to death, and then they just forget you exist. That's that song. Wait. I forgot that you existed. It wasn't love, it wasn't hate, it was indifference. I don't think that's how it goes. They just forgot that you existed. So you have to do things to make sure that they remember you exist. Email marketing is a great way to do this. I like having it in a bunch of different places as a call to action. So if you go to my website right now, you'll notice a pop-up comes up and it's all about how to look good in your wedding photos. Great, fantastic. I want to hear all about this. Send me the guide. They bring in their email address and it goes to an email drip campaign, which means they get an email every day or every other day for like a week or something. But I mean, you said that. You do whatever you want with that. You can also find that on my Instagram. If you look at my Instagram link tree, it's in there as well. But any kind of marketing email campaign is great because it's just another point of contact, another place where you're like, hey, I'm here, I'm alive, and plus you're giving them valuable information, how to look good in their wedding photos, whether or not you're taking them. And you know, that's nice. Who doesn't want to know that? So if you download that branding guide, you're going to get an email campaign from me. Surprise! Yes, you are. It's going to introduce you to who I am, what I'm all about, and give you some tips and tricks along the way. It's information that's great for you, plus I already gave you that free branding book, that download. So hey, you know, exchange of information, and then hopefully you stick around and you don't forget that I existed. All right. That was 5. Good. So 5. So we gave you 5 different ways to market yourself during engagement season. If you're a wedding event professional, someone is knocking on the door, I think my groceries are here. Hit subscribe, hit the link, and I'll see you